did the 12 days of Christmas. Tell you what, I want to keep talking to you. Not necessarily about the 13th day of Christmas, but I wanted to talk today about the giant gulf between should and could. In fact, I had this wonderful lady I once met who was the most politically correct person I'd ever come across. And she said some fascinating things. I won't share all of them just yet, but she did say to me, "Did you just should on me?" And I said, "What?" And the word should is a fascinating word, isn't it? When people use should, I'm listening out for that. It's kind of like a controlling feeling of what they should or ought to do. And the interesting thing for me is, let me tell you a bit of pain from my past. I was bullied as a child. Very badly bullied. On the way back from my secondary school every single day, a group of boys, I think there's about 5 of them, who were further up in the school, older than me, had bicycles, had that kind of freedom, used to cycle round me and spit on me and kick me in the happy sacks. So you can imagine how much I was looking forward to the journey home from school each day. Now what should have happened in the perfect world is, as if by magic, Mr. Miyagi, boom, would jump down beside me and teach me karate, empty hand. And next time I did it, I would have gone, "Wah-tum-koo-koo-wah," and dispatched them all. I had a heroine. A heroine was my mother, and she knew about this eventually. I confessed to my terror, and what she did is she was very glamorous, bless her. She died a couple of years ago, last year actually. Put a scarf on, like a movie star headscarf, dark glasses, and walked in a distance with our golden Labrador, Kerry. And when these guys moved in for the kill, my mother moved in for the kill as well and sorted them out, not with karate, but with a sharp tongue. And with her sharp tongue, she dispatched them and then had a word with their parents, and the problem was removed. Except it wasn't. And I think that's one of the most important parts of my life, where I learned to be a coward instead of be courageous. Because the beautiful thing about the Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi is the Karate Kid learns to stand up for himself. And I never learned to stand up for myself. My name, Neil, that's my first name, means champion. My middle name, Alexander, means protector of mankind. My family motto is with a strong hand. Champion, protector of mankind with a strong hand. I was meant to be a warrior. I was meant to be courageous. But until you stand up to the bullies, you're always going to be subject to fear and away from the better things in life. So maybe I should learn karate now. Tai Chi, that was like the Steve Austin of martial arts. You're right if they came at you very, very slowly. My point was, because those problems weren't resolved, I developed a very strong sense of injustice and a very strong commitment to the word should. The way things were in the world were not as they should have been. I grew up a happy child in love with nature. David Bellamy was my hero. All these luxuriant plants. His enthusiasm for bog moss just captured me. I read loads of Gerald Durrell. I was a naturalist. I had fish tanks around my bedroom with sticklebacks and great diving beetles and newts, and oh, it was paradise. But the bullies wouldn't leave me alone. So I learned this is not the way the world should be. And when you don't deal with that properly, you end up with a critical spirit. The world should be like this. The world shouldn't be like that. Wah, 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 wah. Courage moves from should to could. So what I'm going to do for 2021 is possibly learn karate. Who knows? Can you learn karate online? But I'm going to be courageous, and I'm going to move all my shoulds to coulds. And what you do with that is, when you see something in the world that shouldn't be that way, or something in the world that should be like that, shift your language to the word could. So rather than it shouldn't be like that, I go, what could I do about that? Could is massively empowering, as should is massively disempowering. So what could I do to make a difference? Every time you sense injustice, something wrong, what could I do? What a great way to start 2021. That's Lex on the 13th day of Christmas. Signing out.